Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hussain Qazi here. A very warm welcome to this financial management first live session for the exam March 2026 exam support. So now it's time to begin. No? So today is 17th of December and you need to start your syllabus for the March 26 exam session. I must say that this exam will be your first core target for the year 2026. So new year, new beginning, and you can uh, make a proposition for the year 2026 that have to qualify the ACCA by 2026, or at least the major part of the ACCA you need to, or you have to make a strategy to pass your exams accordingly. So let's start the session. So students, first of all, whenever we conduct or whenever we meet live, whenever we meet weekly live session, so I will set the agenda point. So first of all, set the agenda, because before starting the session, everybody must have to aware that what's the objective and the agenda of the session. So first of all, need to set the outcome or objective and the agenda. Students, at the end of the session, the outcome you will get, that's all about financial management March 2026 exam preparation strategy. I have designed that particular lecture to So what's in my mind at the end of the session, what the student will get it. So the outcome of this session is all about the exam preparation strategy for financial management March 26. It's very clear. And for this, there are 5 agenda points that we will cover with this particular first live session. Number 1, for the strategy of the financial management or any of the subject, we must have to aware that what the schedule of the exam and the duration, then how the course will execute, how many parts of the course and how the course will execute, then how you need to kickstart your FM course if you have not started yet. And number 4, is very important that the duration, whatever the duration we will discuss, how much time you need to invest, how much time, total hours you need to invest to get success of the exam. And the 5th point is about, last one, it's about live sessions schedule. So let's start with the first agenda point, that's the schedule. Now come on. The first point is about the schedule. Everyone here must have to aware the very important point. Today is today is 17th of December, and the exam schedule, exam date for March 2026, that will be 6th March. The day will be Friday. So from now, you have total 10 weeks. You can count accordingly. You have total 10 weeks. So what the mindset you need to develop for the 10 weeks? 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2. It's very simple. 8 weeks for exam preparation, including the preparation includes the coverage of the content, that's calculation and theory, plus the practice questions, the required practice questions. And the last 2 weeks is about revision and the mock exams. So you have to develop the mindset that I have to perform my exam preparation for the next 10 weeks in this manner. If you really wanted to conclude your course and able to get pass smoothly. So you have to develop the mindset. With respect to the time period, it's very simple. 8 plus 2. The first thing, the very first thing, that's 8 plus 2. Number one. Number two, the second agenda point, the very core point. Sir, what is the course structure? What is the course structure? Yes, listen carefully. The course structure is based on 3 pillars. My course structure, I will let you know what's the structure of the course, but the course structure based on 3 pillars. And the pillars actually requires to get success. So what success, if you wanted to get success of FM, the examiner expect from your side, that's number one, 100% knowledge. Number two, it's not only about the knowledge, also about exam practice and the techniques, exam techniques. And obviously, these two things are very important. Number one, knowledge. Number two, exam techniques. But another point is to evaluate your position. Progress evaluation, that's assignments in the mocks. Once again, do remember that if you have 100% knowledge of your exam, 100% knowledge of your exam, but you are not able to learn the exam techniques, you will not able to pass exam. And vice versa. If you have a good exam, you know the exam techniques but don't have the knowledge 100%, not able to pass the exam. Both are important. So what does that mean? For example, knowledge means, for example, syllabus area 1 is about investment appraisal. Okay. So you are covering the investment appraisal. You are learning the techniques for the investment appraisal. For example, discounted cash flow, for example, tax allocation, inflation matters, a lot of things. Lease and buy, a lot of things. These are the knowledge. But another point is that how examiner examine the points, or examiner examine this content with respect to calculation and with respect to the theory both. How to handle calculation with a spreadsheet, how to handle the theory during the exam, the techniques to draft the theory. These things are still important. What topics examine with section A, what topic examine with section B, what topics examine with section C. If examine section C, how to handle the theory. If examine only with section A and B, how to handle the OTQs, MCQs, blanks. All these are important. So that is something about techniques, not just about the knowledge, but simultaneously you need to learn about the techniques as well. So both are important. Concept building, knowledge and exam technique. So my course for knowledge is my course having 3 parts. Number one, for knowledge, this is all about concept building. For exam techniques, the financial management, some question practice elements, or QPC means question practice components. Question practice components. And third one, on a regular basis, I will assign you the targets and I will conduct, or my course includes 3 mocks. 3 mocks, that's with a specified date. I will let you know the specified dates later part of the session. 3 mocks that you need to submit. Me and my team will give you the individual feedbacks. So number one, concept. Sir, can you please explain one by one for all 3 components? Yes. Number one, the first thing, the pillars for the course includes the following. One by one. The first thing is about concept building. There are 2 classifications of the students. Number one, some of the students registered with my HussainQazi.com portal or HussainQazi.com learning structures, learning LMS. So that's need to follow the HussainQazi.com portal lectures. You need to follow the portal lectures of HussainQazi.com. Some of the students that's registered with my e-academy course with the language Urdu, so have to follow the portal lectures of e-academy. So whatever the lectures with HussainQazi.com, with English language, with e-academy, with Urdu lectures, that's all the portal lectures means, or all the portal lectures, it's about concept building. Although concept building also includes the practice questions as well, but this is about concept building, the first thing. But concept building, it's not enough, because we also know that we also have to work out with the exam practice to develop the exam techniques. For this, listen carefully. For exam techniques, during the session, I will give you the material, some recording material, topic by topic, some recorded material, some document material. That includes drafting techniques of section C. That includes time management techniques. Time management means, for example, let's suppose if examiner asks some section C type question for 5 marks. So how drafting technique means how to draft answer. Drafting plus time management means for 5 marks how much time you need to invest. Marks management means you have to write the answer that must be relevant to the marks and relevant to the examiner requirement. So drafting techniques of the section C, I will give you more material accordingly. Furthermore, section A and B type questions. What is the right strategy to handle the section A, B type question for the course of the financial management? So the strategy you need to work out. I will give you the guidance, or I will provide you the strategy that you need to follow how to handle with the section A, B type questions. That is exam technique. Plus, these are very much important. Assignments and mocks. Number 1, topical assignments. During this live session, I will assign some assignments to you. For example, this is a financial management section C question grid. So if you are covering the investment appraisal, I will give you the assignment that you have to attempt by this week these 4 questions after covering my lectures. After covering my portal lectures, you have to attempt, for example, the 3 questions. These 3 questions include these calculation part, and these questions include these are the calculations and these are the theoretical aspects. For section C type question, examiner examine the section C type question for investment appraisal, business finance, and the working capital. So over the period of time, I will guide you accordingly. But this is not the right time exactly to give the target, because this session is all about how to cover syllabus, but the things will start after this session or after the covering of the syllabus areas accordingly. So number 1, topical assignments. Number 2, mocks. I have in fact mentioned the dates 24th January, 14th Feb, 21st Feb. You have to log the calendar for these mocks. No compromise, no compromise, 0% tolerance. Me and my team will follow you on a regular basis. On a regular basis. Have you submitted the assignment? Have you submitted the mocks or not? Do remember that you, with this date, you have to attempt the mocks, irrespectively how much portion of the course you will be able to complete. If you really wanted to get success for the course March 26, by upcoming March 2026, for March 26 FM exams, you have to attempt the mock. That's very important. So mock 1 is a mid mock. That is about, I will conduct this mock immediate after some days after the December 2025 exams. The date 24th January. Second mock 14th Feb. Third mock, these two mocks, it's about our own mocks. But these third one is about ACCA March 26 mock. March 26 mock. ACCA will publish March 26 pre-mock first week of February. We will conduct the activity by 21st of Feb. I need a single minute silent. 1 minute, please. Allah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So this is all about the course structure. Students, can you please reply me? Is this very clear to all of you? How the course will execute? Can you please reply me? But still one question incomplete. Still now one question is still pending. No? Still one question is pending. Sir, with financial management course in the exam, what's the proportion of the theory we will face? Very specific. You have to write this statement somewhere in front of your study desk. That 60% of your exam, examiner will ask 60% of your exam, financial management course exam, with theory. And 40 to 45% about calculation. FM, approx 55, more than 50%, 55% theory, you will face 55%. That is a collective, this percentage I am sharing, I am telling you with a collective manner, either with section A, B or C. Overall, examiner examine 55%, 55% or theory, 40 to 45% calculation. So if anyone wanted to ask, sir, how much theory calculation? Why not to start the point in this manner? What the examiner you will face, what the exam you will face. So I'm telling you, with this exam date, 6 March 2026, if any of the student will sit with the FM exam, so student will face the exam that's 55% theory and 45% calculation. So why not to drag your strategy? Why not to develop the strategy based on the exam you will face? For sure, if you will face 55% about theory and 45% calculation, so now make the strategy with this manner. That's you have to invest your time for preparation, for calculation, for preparation, for revision, for assignments, for mocks. All these points, all these matters need to cover in a manner that's 55-45. Means if you are invest time for preparation, so you need to invest the time 55% for theory, 45% for calculation. If you need to invest time for revision, assignments, mocks, make sure the proportion must maintain 55 theory, 45 calculation. The important point I must say here, control your emotions. I know that students are with a financial management course, students when they start the course, students are very much having very much interest for the calculation. They're engaging too much with the calculation. But control your emotions. Whenever you are working with the calculations, ask yourself, am I investing the time? Am I investing the time for the calculation that's required for the exam? For example, one of the topic of the investment appraisal, that's capital rationing. Capital rationing. You need to invest the time for my portal lecture, then your practice question, then revision. Portal lecture, calculation, your practice question, and revision. So you need to identify for capital rationing, examiner examine 55% theory and 45% calculation. Sometimes 60% calculation or 60% theory, 40% calculation. So after covering the capital rationing topic, you need to ask yourself, what I have done? Have I invested the time with this 55-45, or I just invest 80% calculation, 20% for theory? If your reply from your inner side, oh, I'm more emphasizing for calculation, that means there are some garbad, means there are some problem, that you are not preparing your exam according to the examiner expectation for all these topics. But okay, sir, if we accept this reality that we have to invest time for 55% theory, 45% calculation, so how to cover theory? Do let us know how to cover theory. How to cover theory? Yes. Whatever I've shared with you the last 2 minutes, last 2 to 3 minutes, that's about the issue you will face, the theory. But the question is that how this issue will resolve. Yes. Come on. First of all, 50-55% theory and calculation 45-50%. But what is strategy to cover the theory? Yes. Refer to the next sheet. Refer to the next sheet. What is the right method? What is the right method to cover the theory or to become master of the theory? Number one, the first thing, read what a strategy you need to opt. For example, the first topic you are covering, that's called investment appraisal. The first topic, investment appraisal, you have done by watching my lectures, and whatever the assignment I've assigned with the lectures, you have done it. Now what you should do next for theory, the very first thing is that read my course notes. Read my course notes. My 100% course notes for all topical course notes available. It's available. Read the Hussain Qazi course notes, number 1. Number 2, read the Kaplan text or study hub. Any one, or study hub. Read the Kaplan text or study hub. Any one you need to choose. Either study hub, either Kaplan text. Both are equal. It's your choice where you are comfortable. But the point is that reading Kaplan text, what's the right strategy? Listen carefully. For example, the very first topic you are covering, that is about the investment appraisal. For investment appraisal, if any student have decided to cover the theory with Kaplan, so for Kaplan you have to cover from chapter 2 to chapter 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If any of the student have decided to cover the cover the theory from study hub, then you need to cover from chapter number 3 to chapter number 7. Over the period of time, I will guide you according to the Kaplan and according to the study hub. Don't worry about that. This is Kaplan, this is study hub. The choice will be yours. But I don't suggest that read both. Read any one. Number 1. Number 2, what is the right way to cover the theory? The very first thing is that you have to read the theory, either from Kaplan, either from study hub. If you will not read the theory, you will not able to attempt the exam. So theory coverage from notes and from the text or in the study hub, it's important. It's compulsory. Now, what is the right way to cover this theory? Do remember that either you refer the study text of Kaplan or study hub. For example, investment appraisal, there are 5 chapters of Kaplan, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 5 chapters includes the 60% about how to calculate. That's you don't need to read this. Don't read about how to calculate, what the method of the calculation, because you have already learned about that. You have already learned from my lectures. That's what is the way for the calculation. So whatever the explanation about how to calculate, leave it. For example, investment appraisal, how to incorporate inflation. Capital listing, how to work out for capital listing divisible and divisible project. About calculation, ignore. And believe me, 60% of the book or study hub is about calculation. But the 40% remaining part, that's theory. For example, assumptions of the investment appraisal, limitation of the investment appraisal. Example, capital listing, the theory about divisible and divisible project. Soft capital listing, hard capital listing. That's theory. Although that theory also cover with course notes. But you also need to cover with this part as well. So basically, whenever someone refer to the Kaplan book, for example, this one is the book. Kaplan book. Students says that, oh, these are, for example, 600 pages. Not to worry about. It's not about 600 pages. 600 out of 600, maximum 250 pages. 250, maximum 250 pages is about theory. Rest about calculation. Leave it. So first thing, cover the portal lectures, then cover the notes, then cover the Kaplan or Study Hub text. But this is not the final point about because course notes reading, Kaplan text or Study Hub reading, but reading is the one point. But the next point is that you need to, okay, you have a knowledge by reading the notes, by reading the text or Study Hub, Kaplan text or Study Hub, you will get the knowledge. But second point is that, okay, we have the knowledge, but we need to learn how to draft the answer. How to draft the answer. How to draft the answer means whatever the knowledge we have, how to attempt the answer during exam. So I will guide you the drafting technique, the section C type questions, even section A and B type questions. And that's number 3 is drafting practice. Number 4 is number 3 is about section C type question. Number 4 is about section A, B type questions. And then the 5th point is about do practice based on the above 4 points. First 2 points about knowledge, 3rd and 4th about exam technique. 5th about now do it yourself. If I assign you the assignment, for example, the question is malplush, calculation is about this portion, theory is about this portion. So whatever you will be able to learn it, apply this. Do practice. Do practice with assignment, do practice with mocks. Then you will be able to attempt or handle the theory with the examination. Students, can you please reply me? Is this clear? What is the right way? What is the right way to develop the strategy or the preparation for the theoretical aspect? Yes or no? That's the point. That's very good. I will be with you on a weekly basis and assign you the targets and the things accordingly. What you should do, just need to follow my instructions. Covering of the lectures on time, reading of the content on time, assignments on time, and do attempt the mocks on time. That's a point. So the 2 agenda points that we have done, that's schedule duration, course execution. Now 3rd point is about the Kickstart. If you people have already started my course, that's good. If you have not started the course, the Kickstart, that's what inside the course. You have to watch this video. Don't worry about that. It's Excel file. This Excel file is your property. And this Excel file, I will add the sheet on a regular basis. That's live session 1 sheet, live session 2, live session 3, and more. Assignment sheet is separate, FM theory strategy is separate. Okay, don't worry about that. But first, the very first lecture is about what inside the course. You have to aware that. And must have to subscribe my YouTube channel. Although we will meet regularly, but also update my, I will also update some of the lectures or some of the material on the YouTube basis on a regular basis. The exam insight and all these things, exam the reports points, some practice points, a lot of things. So you make sure you have to subscribe my YouTube channel. That's important. So this is the point of the how to start the course. Now the another very important point, sir, do let us know that how to invest our time. Yes, this is very much important. How to invest your time. It's about time. Listen carefully. 8 to 10 weeks from now. You have 8 to 10 weeks from now. So if you wanted to get success, how much total hours you need to invest? How much total hours you need to invest? My lectures, FM course lectures, is about 90 hours. It's 90 hours. FM course by Hussain Qazi, that's 90 hours. This 90 hours includes my portal lectures, includes my live sessions, and over the period I will give you some more material to cover it now. So that means the course include the regular course includes 90 hours. That's need to invest. Further, a 20 hours question practice course, a 20 hours question practice course that I will give you later. That's called FM 0 to Hero. This is what the practice question I will share 1 month before the exam. That's you need to invest 20 hours. If a student asks me that how much time we need to invest for reading the text that I suggested or study up and reading notes, that's required approximately 30 hours. For self-practice and assignments, you required 50 hours. 3 mocks, you need to invest 10 hours. So for this, you required, for your preparation, that's required 200 hours. This is preparation, not the last 2 weeks. This is all about the preparation. So if you have total weeks 8 for preparation, because after 8 weeks you have remaining 2 weeks more for the revision. So on a weekly basis you need to invest 25 hours. That's 200 divided by 8. If you are a full-time student, if you are not a full-time student, assume that if you are not a full-time student and you just spare your study hours for weekends and some with the weekdays. So how to invest? For example, 25 hours per week you required. So you can invest the time. That's 7 hours per day multiplied by 2 days. That's Saturday, Sunday, the weekends, or maybe your weekend. That's Friday, Saturday. It depends. So that means you can invest 15 hours for the weekends, rest 10 hours. So for example, out of 7 days, you invest 6 days for studies. 1 day it's off, relaxed day. So remaining 4 days, that means 2.5 hours per day. So if you are not a full-time student, part-time student, or you have a full-time job, so you can invest 7 hours per day, Saturday, Sunday, and 2.5 hours remaining 4 days. If you are full-time student, so I must say that you can invest 4 to 5 hours per day. That's simple. 25 divided by 6 days if you invest 4 to 5 hours per day. That is the way you need to invest your time accordingly. So this is the total hours for the preparation for the financial management subject you need to decide, or you need to invest. If any of the student wanted to know that how much time I need to invest for financial management, because I'm also planning to opt another exam for March 26. So this is what the time total requires for FM 8 weeks exam preparation strategy with the practice. So if you have more than that time, so you can invest the time for another subject as well. But for FM, you need to invest these times, these hours. That is the point. That's the point. And some more points, very important. FM weekly live session. FM weekly live session. Till January 26 end. From December 25 and till end of January. We will regularly meet every Friday. Every Friday, that's 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Pakistan time. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pakistan time. But the last month, that start from 1st February, I will conduct some practice, some live practice, live sessions. But the time will be decided later. I will share you the schedule later, to be decided. I will also give you the mock debriefing material. That may be the live or recorded, depends. That whatever the mock announced by the ACCA, I will give you my suggested answer. The debriefing, the suggested answer, debriefing video and the suggested answer. It may be live, it may be recorded, but it depends. So this is what about the live session structure. That's a point. Now, very important. Sir, for every live session, what's the agenda? Number one, for every live session, like today, I will give you the targets. I will respond your queries. If you ask any query, I will respond accordingly. Sometimes I will conduct practice session, but sometimes I will not. Okay, so some theoretical aspects I will cover accordingly, but not necessarily for any time. But you can ask any of the query, I will reply accordingly. So why are we waiting for? Why not to start with the first target? Yes, the very first target. So this is what the first session I have started, although today is Wednesday, but I have started my session. The first target for not the coming Friday, but the next Friday. The next Friday, that's you have time. Today is 17, next Friday that will be held, the 26th. So first target is about to complete the investment appraisal. 100% lectures. That includes the first target, lectures, all lectures, plus note reading, plus Kaplan book reading, Kaplan or Study Hub reading. That's a point. If any of the student able to complete the lecture, yes. These are the practice questions from section C. The section A and B practice question I will share or I will guide by 26th of December. Not this, not the not with this target. So the target is about investment appraisal. You have to cover 100% lectures. That's 100% lectures, portal lectures number 1. Plus notes reading, plus Kaplan or StudyX reading, and you can attempt these questions. Sir, where we should attempt these questions, either with the Kaplan text or with the CB portal. I strongly suggest if the questions are available with the CB format, you have to attempt with the CB format. You have to attempt the CB format. But the question is that, sir, you are saying that you have to attempt the question with the CB format. How many questions are available? How many questions are available with the CB format? Or how many past exams? These are the possible past exams. No, not possible. These are the past exams available. For example, FM specimen. For example, FM practice exam 1. For example, that September-December 24. That's September-December 23, 23. Practice exam 2, 24, 25. So if these questions available with this CB format, I strongly suggest you have to attempt these questions with the CB format. I will give you also a grid of the questions that's available with this CB format. So I will give you the grid. So that will be easier to you to identify which questions are available with the CB format and attempt with the CB format. If it's not available with the CB format, we can attempt with the Kaplan revision kit. But do remember, if the questions are not available with the CB format, then attempt with the Kaplan revision kit, but not manually. Don't do practice manually. Do practice the Kaplan questions with Microsoft Excel, the calculation with the Microsoft Excel or the blank CB format. And for theory, have to attempt the theory with the Microsoft Word if the questions are not available with CB format. Don't do practice manually. If someone says that, some student says that, sir, I will practice first with manual, either calculation or theory. Then I will, after some time, I will shift towards with the computer-based exam or Excel or the Microsoft Word. This is the wrong strategy. You have very limited time. You don't have the time for this transition. That first need to learn with manually, then move to the computer-based. Because you will face the exam with computer-based. So do start preparation with computer-based. Ideally, the question practice with computer-based. If it's not available, then do attempt with the Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word. Is this clear to all of you? Can you please apply me? Now quickly wrap up all the things. Before starting the session, I declared a point that at the end of the session, you will be able to get the point or you will be able to get the outcome. That's what's the right exam preparation strategy. So the strategy includes the first thing we have to aware about the duration, total 8 to 10. Then course execution, the course execution, my portal lectures, my course notes, theoretical aspects, that's you need to work out for the reading of Kaplan or reading of Study Hub, assignments, mocks. How to invest time, that's total 200 hours you need to invest over the 8 weeks, and about live sessions. So if you follow these instructions, inshallah, may Allah willing, you will be able to get success. Now the session has completed from my side. If that is all about 8 or 10 weeks strategy, if you wanted to ask any more question. I hope that I've covered all points. Now it's time to start the things. Next session, we will meet by the next session, the 26th of December. That's Friday. The time 8 p.m. Pakistan time. Thank you very much from my side. If you have any question, you can ask me. So students who will watch the session as a recording, I'm going to end the session. Jazakallah khair. If you wanted to contact me, so you can contact me on the WhatsApp. That's about +9232182717884. Thank you very much. Take care.